Hang on a second. I fucked up already. What's good, YouTube? Welcome to Thesishimself Vaping with Thesis. This is the Lounge Live. We got our boy CJ, whose name isn't really CJ, fun fact, and Lethal fucking Coils, Christoph. To me, one of my favoriteest people on the fucking entire planet. If you haven't fucking seen his ass, you're going to. Right here, right now. Literally. He's gonna pull his pants down, turn around, and move the camera. Ready, steady, and go.
About the same shit, stupid in the lame shit. Y'all ain't about verses, I'm about verses like King James is. Face it, I'm complex to basic. Must be my imagination, brain full of temptations. I talk so much shit that you must be able to taste it. Ain't it funny that your crew think you make great hits? Grinding on these tracks like wheels up on a train is. I'ma cut you off, but all my choppers ain't no great clips. My city really shitty when a nigga wanna beat you down. I don't mean the motherfucking doggy bag every day when I say that I take you out. I dare you to try me now. You won't be talking that shit so loud. Better when I get him in the jaw. Never gonna let him go with the teeth in their mouth. I don't give a damn how you get as long as you want about it, better get down low. Pump for the way for the bad bitch, front of the dick, making it bounce like a Lolo.
It's fine. My children, I want. CJ, are you seeing this?
Yeah.
Is he talking to us?
You must be.
It must be. Hey, Lethal, we can't hear you.
Of course you can't, because my fucking shit's muted. What's going on? Thesis, take it away again.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Lounge Live. We got our boy CJ, who's not really his name. We'll ask about it later. And Lethal Coils. Thank you so much for having me on the show, motherfuckers. Appreciate you guys.
Mwah. Bro, it's a pleasure to have you here with us. Thank you very much for popping on. Guys, this is the Lounge Live with me, your host, Lethal Coils, and of course, my co-host, Vaping with CJ. Josh, how you doing, buddy? You doing all right?
All good, buddy. All good.
Awesome, awesome. And, of course, as you already noticed, guys, we've got a very special guest, one who needs no introduction. We've got a YouTuber. We've got a live streamer and a musician all in one. Guys, please welcome Thesis.
What's going on, guys? Touch the nips.
Talk to the nips. How you hanging in there with the quarantine? You doing all right, bud?
I'm about to fucking blow my foot off. This is boring as shit. I can't go nowhere without coming home and fucking having to take a shower. This is depressing.
Yep.
I used to not believe in germaphobes. I laughed at them all the time. I was like, I would go up. True story, but my wife's the owner of her salon is a legitimate germaphobe. And like when I see him at weddings and stuff, like I try to feed him off my plate. And I go up and I run and give him hugs. He hates it. Now, I know exactly how he feels. I'll never do that to somebody again.
No. Now it's real.
Now it's real.
Now it's real.
Well, turns out he was right the whole time.
I'm knocking shit over. All right. As we usually start these things out, I was actually requested to make mention of this, so I'm going to do this real quick, guys. We just want to mention a little bit about mental health. Guys, if you are going through a rough time, there are people out there. There are phone numbers that you can call. I don't have any of those phone numbers for you right now, but there are suicide prevention hotlines all over the place. There are all sorts of avenues you can use to get help, and only you can do that. So do remember that you're never alone. There's always somebody there you can talk to and will be willing to help. If you can't find anybody else, reach out to me, and I will always be there for you guys.
1-800-273-8255.
There you go. That is the suicide prevention hotline?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. So, with that, we're going to go ahead and do our buffets. Why don't you go ahead and kick us off, CJ?
Okay, so I'm on quite a few tonight.
Josh, you're live with us, buddy.
Are we actually live?
Yeah, we are.
I thought we were re-recording that intro.
that was Perry the other night. That was fucking Perry from the other night on your stream.
Oh shit.
That was Perry from the other night.
I don't know how we got that link.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Hey, hold on, real quick. Are we actually live?
Yeah, we are. We're actually live.
Bitches, I gotta share this shit to the Patreon page. Hey, hashtag Ninja Militia shows us support. Hashtag Austin Awareness Month. Hashtag Autism Awareness Month. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dude, thank you so much for having me on. I'm gonna do all that shit all over again right now. That we don't have to. I'm just saying. I didn't know you were like. I had no fucking idea what I like.
Right on. I love it. I love the chemistry already. Oh man. Yeah, Alan's laughing his ass off right now. Oh man, that was funny. Alan.
Who?
My buddy Alan Tolomac. He's in chat right now.
Oh, I was like, I'm pretty sure he said his name was Josh.
Yes, his name is Josh. Why don't we go ahead and do our buffets? Josh, why don't you go ahead and throw it to us? What are you vaping on tonight, my friend?
Okay, I'm vaping on the SX Mini G-Class with the Zeus X on top of there. And in there I've got some Ruthless Antidote on Ice. I've got the Geek Vape Aegis X with the Blotto on top, with some Clown Pennywise iced out.
Ooh.
Really nice stuff. I've got the Geek Vape Boost more than normal coming up. Got a Geek Vape Boost with the with some Riot Squad Nick Salts.
I'm assuming you're doing a review on that soon. Coming up.
And something else that's coming up, the IPV V3 Mini, and inside there I have Elements Watermelon Chill. There we go. That's what I've got going on.
Nice.
Thesis,
I love
ready?
that. Yeah, buddy. Pass it off to the guest.
I'm ready. So, we've got the Vaping with Thesis Mills mod. How do you say that in British? Mills mods. This bad bitch right here, sitting at the top, is the barrage, because I can't say barrage, they say it like garage. Beautiful piece of kit. Some 24 karat motherfucking flim flam flakies in that bitch. Sitting atop the 21700, we got the 30 mil overpowered RDA. Absolutely stunning.
That thing's fucking massive.
We've got two of them, dude. You should see my dick. So I've got.
Oh shit!
And you, sir, could be a lucky winner, CJ. A lucky winner with a chance to purchase on the Patreon page this Saturday this Sunday for my birthday. You hear me? You want one? You want one? You want one there, boy? It's crazy. British people say boy, and I get fucking angry immediately because here in the free world, boy, damn it, Dale. Listen to me, boy. That's some racist ass shit. But all my British friends say, boy, at the end of sentences. Like, you can't do that here, man. Oh, and then we are rocking the. It's just my favorite go-to. It's my kick around, my trap around. I've got a fucking 18 dozen of these mods. Pro by my boy Nebelfie out in Germany. Got that. Where's my 24 karat gold? Oh, it's out in the fucking. I've got a 24 karat fucking plated version of this out in the living room.
Word.
Old ass school. This is my modified Freemax Firelock original edition. Modified. Chopped and screwed version with the 0.15 ohm sextuple coils.
Wow.
Some, ice by Vape Dude, 16.
You just wanted to say sextuple.
I love it. And then rocking my personal favorite liquid right now on planet Earth, any brand, it doesn't really matter. 74 Cakery Lemon. Coupon code Thesis15. Militias get a specific, a special coupon. More importantly, this Sunday, we're doing a 50% off motherfucking, how do you say that? Coupon.
Coupon.
Flavor.
Coupon code.
They're a sponsor of the channel. Is it okay if I shout out the sponsor of the channel? I'm sorry, dude. I didn't even
Of course you
think
can, dude. They're a sponsor of this channel too.
Kiss my ass. This shit is phenomenal. I got in trouble one time doing that shit on a different channel. I was like, hey, sponsors in the background of your whole show.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Say something before we start.
Actually, I believe that we do have the logo up on screen right now.
Fuck yeah, bud. What are you vaping on, sir?
Me. Let's see. What have I got going on? I got a few different things. We got that dual 21700 parallel Warlock's hammer with the Apocalypse Gen 2 sitting on top there, matchy blue drip tip. In that, we've actually got some ENB's Gorilla Custard Strawberry. Love that stuff. I'm a sucker for strawberry custard of any type. So we also got that Hexome V3 O-frame with the Twisted Messes TM24 Pro on top. In that, we're running some Bakery Lemye lemon tart. I've had better. We've got the Vert from Unicorn Vapes and the Odium RDA on top there as well. In that, I just dripped it. Where did it go? We've got some of that Cañita de Queso from Sabores del Encanto, the cream cheese flaky pastry. Absolutely delicious. And of course, can't forget this. Guys, you haven't seen me rep that in a long time. We got that Voopoo Drag with the Drop Dead RDA on top there. And in that, we've actually got some of that. Where did it go? It's around here somewhere. But we've got some more Sabores del Encanto in there as well. I put it over here. That's why it's Nancy's Flancocho. So, that's what I am vaping on, guys. Let's go ahead and do some shout-outs into chat. Let's start all the way at the top here. We've got Red, Chaos Pixie. What's going on, honey? We got Gravel Throat. What's going on, my dude? 808.
Gravel Throat.
Gravel Throat. Yep.
Is that like when you're getting a blowjob and she chomps down?
Ooh. Ooh. She'll be needing some gravel after that.
Can we? Is there certain stuff I can't say on here? Because I'll tone it back.
Just don't use the C word. My wife hates that.
All right. We won't say can't.
Yes.
My house is can't. When my kids say can't, I'm like, don't fucking say that shit around me. You just don't want to.
You don't want to.
Want to?
All right. We got 808 Kevin K. Aloha, my friend. Vaping Noob, how are you? Reverend V, what's going on, my dude? We've got, coming down the line, Rachel Unformed Ruby, how are you? Flavor Vapor, Tolamac, Brandon V. We got, coming down the line, still coming down the line. Subaru Nerd Vapes, what's going on, my dude? How are you, brother? Nice to see you in here. Rajan Sagu, how are you, bro? What else do we got? Coming down the line, there's a lot of line. People have been talking in chat. Pud Puffs, what's going on, my dude? How you doing, bro? Yanni got it all. How are you? Hey, pimps. And Melissa Perry Pruitt. Hey, there's another Ninja Militia member right there.
Mostly the whole chat right now, man.
I know, right? Cal's Irons is in. What's going on, dude?
When Jeremy starts a YouTube channel, we're going to support that motherfucker, too. That's how it works.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got his Instagram already.
Yep. With this fucking new stuff.
Yeah. What did he have? He posted up today. He posted the trilogy. He posted his trilogy tank this morning.
Trilogy.
David Napier, Mike Cherokee, what's going on, buddy?
Mike Cherokee.
Oh, is Big G in here too? Wired Talk with Big G's in here as well. What's going on, Twisted Hex and Vaping with Thesis? Ray, RU46 and 2 Lopez, what's going on, dude?
RU46 and 2. That shit is from, it's a Tool reference or some shit. Or Nickelback.
46 and 2, yeah.
Nickelback.
No, Tool.
Was that right the first time?
You were right, that's Tool.
There's two kinds of people. Nickelback fans and liars.
Oh, man. And Ron Asis, what's going on? One Inked Nerd, how are you doing, bro?
That is Sir Wendell right there.
And Paulo Batista. Thesis, turn up your gain a little, he says. Or is that me? Do I need to turn you guys up?
No, I'm good. Test my breasts.
Test my breastises? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, looks like we are good. Audially. There we go. So, news. I was sent an article. This is going to be very... Something's up with the sound. He sounds a little low. All right, let me see. How about now? Talk, guys.
Hello.
He's good now.
Is that better?
Yeah. Sounds good to me. Looks good to me. So, Chaos Pixie says...
Sounds good.
thesis isn't as loud as you guys. How about, okay, Noob says better.
All right, how about now?
How about now? Sounds good now, says Melissa. They have an echo. I might need to turn me down a little bit. There we go. Cool. It's good now. Sorry about that, Ricky Mahoney, and I apologize for missing you in the shout-outs. Big love to Ricky Mahoney. My man, I do apologize. Thank you for being here with us. Now Subaru hears an echo. Maybe it is me. Maybe I'm going to need to turn my gain down a little bit. Perfect, says Flavor Vapor. Perfect. Okay, cool. So,
Vapor's Jeremy. That's my boy.
We're good. We're good. Yes, that is Jeremy the Flavor Vapor. News. I was sent this article earlier from our other co-host who couldn't be here with us tonight.
May I ask why not?
Because he was not feeling so well tonight.
Oh, well, guess what? I'm fucking here, ain't I?
All right. So this has to do with New York and the vaping ban and flavors. This comes from filtermag.org. I'm not sure how trustworthy that site is. I've never heard of them before. But New York's new vape flavor ban attacks public health amid public health crisis. And this states that on April 3rd at 3:38 a.m., the New York State Assembly passed a budget that includes a ban on the sale of vapor products and flavors other than tobacco. The ban was passed with no public debate. The state capital has been on lockdown for weeks because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So, the flavor ban that they're trying to... he finally got the opportunity to pass a flavor ban. That would be Governor Cuomo. To pass a flavor ban as part of the state's budget amid an unprecedented public health crisis, being coronavirus. It's incredible that a budget was even passed in such circumstances. The flavor ban will take effect 45 days after the governor signed it on May 18th. The other parts of the law are effective July 1st. They include prohibition does not apply to any flavored product that has received a pre-market approval order, PMTA, from the FDA. Currently, no vaping products have. Pharmacies are no longer allowed to sell any tobacco or nicotine product that isn't approved smoking cessation therapy, gums, patches, the frickin' medications, whatever. Online sales are banned. Go away. Online sales are banned. Vaping is folded in the same provision that bans shipment of cigarettes to consumers. The penalty for selling or shipping a vapor product to a consumer in New York is a Class A misdemeanor and carries a fine of $5,000 or $100 per vapor product.
What the fuck?
Serious. Coupons for vaping and tobacco products are banned. Vapor manufacturers must post a detailed ingredient list, including a disclosure of the nature and extent of investigations and research performed by or for the manufacturer concerning the effects on human health of such product or its ingredients. What? Okay. And then finally, tobacco, nicotine, and vapor products and marketing materials visible in storefronts and ads on exterior windows are banned within a 1,500-foot radius of a school. 500 feet from New York City. So, all these ads, all these window posters, they've all got to come down if they're within 1,500 feet of a school.
It's like being treated like a fucking dildo shop, man.
Seriously. But this isn't really news, is it? I mean,
No.
we kind of knew that the Governor Cuomo was, kind of giving us the reach around during this whole coronavirus crisis. He's kind of been given the reach around anyways. He's been holding one hand up, flagging coronavirus. Meanwhile, you can't see what his other hand is doing, and he's trying to push through flavor bans and shit,
When I hear getting a reach around, I feel like that's a pot. It's like, well, they're gonna fuck you in the ass, but you get a hand job. It's like they're gonna ban 55 milligram and up nicotine products. They're fucking you, but they're still gonna let you have everything else.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry, semantics.
No, don't worry about it. That's what we're here for, is to talk semantics. Fuck it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I think it's gross misappropriation of attention Like, honestly, we need to get off of the vaping thing for now and focus on coronavirus. You need to get that issue squared away first, because we've already well surpassed the point of coronavirus having killed way more people than vaping ever has. You know, so
vaping has there's no deaths associated with vaping aside from a couple of dumbasses and batteries. And we do know that any and all lung infections that resulted in death all had to do with vitamin E acetate.
yes.
You gotta check this video out though, on YouTube. This dude's name is Nathan Rich, and it's like an hour and some long spiel about it. Now look, it's conspiracy related. I'm not a conspiratorial kind of guy. My mind is not conspiracy oriented at all. I don't have a tinfoil hat collection. However, it's one of the very few coronavirus related conspiracies that I was at the very least entertained by. If you're easily swayed, I don't think you should watch it. I just don't think that people watching conspiracies or listening to shit like Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie's bitch ass is one of the shittiest interviewers of our generation. The fact that Ian Punnett let and allowed George Norrie to have the reins to Coast AM is one of the most disappointing things I've ever had happen in my life. I used to love Coast to Coast. I'm still a Coast to Coast insider. Fucking George fucking Norrie. George fucking Norrie. If you ever see this, George, listen. It's not even that I don't like you. It's not even that I'm not a fan of yours. It's not even that I don't think you belong behind a microphone. I fucking loathe your very existence in terms of investigative radio, right? You ask questions that are about as deep as a puddle, okay? I've taken shots out of bitches' belly buttons that were deeper than your thoughts. Your questions, my 9-year-old asks deeper questions, okay? My 7-year-old asks deeper questions. They just don't go, yep, coronavirus is fake. The government's doing it. Right. What? The fuck is your sorry? This is your show.
This is what it's about, man. This is why I
hate that dude.
This is why it's called the lounge, bro. We can chill and talk about whatever comes up.
You guys listen to Coast at all?
I have not listened to Coast.
Oh.
I know what it is. I've just never heard it.
I've been listening since I was like 7 years old.
I'm
driving our way there and back from Minnesota to Texas as a child, and as soon as I could buy a Coast to Coast Insider membership, like I was 13 years old, I bought one for a few bucks a month. And my favorite interviewer of all time, Dave Schrader, and then Ian Punnett, both, and they both deuced out. Ian Punnett got tinnitus in his ears really bad. Like I grew up listening to him, so like he couldn't. Now he's able to do it, on the weekends every once in a while. But Dave Schrader left. He still has Darkness Radio, and then he went to Midnight in the Desert. Sorry, I'm a hardcore radio buff. I love talk radio, like good talk, like late night radio, AM radio and shit. I'm a psychopath.
There's nothing wrong with that. I used to listen to a bit of talk radio, but mine was primarily like Opie and Anthony or Howard.
O&A, fuck yeah.
Yeah, O&A, Anthony, Howard Stern. We have Toucher and Rich. Now, Toucher and Rich, if you live in the New England area, you'll know him as doing like sportscasts. They never used to do that. Toucher and Rich had a talk show on a rock station, and it was just the funniest thing that I've ever heard. Yes, Daytime Frank. DTF is in the house. Amy Sloat, how are you? Kevin Clark Jr., what's going on? Amelia Aguirre, what's going on? And it was just the funniest thing just to listen to. But I loved the skits that Opie and Anthony used to do. Do you remember Evil Barney? The skits they used to do? Oh, my God.
I remember in particular the one that got him off the fucking air.
Oh, Jesus.
When they were fucking in the church or whatever whatever it was, or they were doing something with the church. I don't remember the particulars, but I remember like listening to it and I was like laughing, like belly laughing, and then also realizing like, whoa, this is going pretty far for daytime radio. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
You don't know anything we're talking about. You listen to fucking BBC Two and shit over there.
What about you, CJ?
Yeah.
What do you have to think about that New York thing? Anything?
Like I've said before, like I've said it. I think I've said it hundreds of times, but when I've been on here, like I just feel sorry for all of you guys over there. You're putting up a really good fight for vaping, and it seems like you're losing.
Yeah.
And it's really it's heartbreaking. It really is. 'Cause you're putting up such a good fight, and the government just isn't listening.
No.
And that's sad. And they never listen. None of them. Not even over here in the UK. They didn't really listen.
What was it that allowed? What was it that persuaded the UK government in particular?
I think it was down to two groups. I think one of them was UK VIA, and I forgot the other group now. But they kept going to Westminster and just pounding them almost every day. Vaping is good. Vaping is good. Vaping is good. And like they got out like leaflets in vape shops, promoting UK VIA, promoting these small little individual trade groups and everything else like that, and it worked.
Oh, that's rough, Frank.
It's awesome to hear though, like the fact that I wonder if there's got to be a association between just the sheer size of the United States and then the amount of municipalities in terms of government, like all the way down to, like I remember I used to go to it'd be several hearings a month starting in 2014, the end of 2014, all the way down to from big cities like Minneapolis all the way down to smaller cities like Bloomington, all the way up to the legislative government in Minnesota, like the actual state government, and then going over to Wisconsin, so on and so forth. And it's bizarre because you have to fight at multiple levels. If something gets passed on a municipal level, then it goes to a lot of times county, then a lot of times goes to the state, and you've got to do the exact same fight every time.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas is it the same thing, or is it not necessarily the same thing in the UK? Because it's such a smaller, condensed country.
Yeah.
The NNA, Josh?
Yeah, I think yeah, they
Okay.
yeah, that name rings a bell.
Rock on.
But yeah, when the TPD came in as well, we thought it's gonna be the end of vaping. I mean, like in certain countries they enacted all of the TPD, like literally all of it, which means vaping was more or less gone. But the UK took parts of the TPD and not all of it. And I think Germany did the same.
Okay.
They sort of
So
relaxed
it's the TPD, but like edited.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. We got the 2 mil restrictions on the tanks. We got the 10 mil restrictions on e-liquid and stuff like that with nicotine in them. But it wasn't as big as we thought it was going to be.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess we should move on to our next segment, which is where we start talking to our guest more than we have been. So we got Thesis with us, guys. We got Thesis himself here.
What up, mate?
What up, mate? G'day. I got a question for you. We usually do this with our first-time guests, and we want to know a little bit about who Thesis is. So why don't we start with, how did you get into vaping?
I started vaping in it would have been summer of 2010, early summer of 2010, late spring. And I forgot my pack of cigarettes. It was an hour drive. Make a long story short, I was on house arrest. And it was on, no, I was not on house arrest. Didn't have a license at the time. And I fucking I got a D-dub. Woo! And I deserved that one for sure. I'm away from Minnesota to Wisconsin. It was an hour drive to my job. Forgot my pack of smoked Cool Hundreds at the time. Went into a truck stop. And I saw what looked like, to me, it looked like a fucking toy. And I was like, this is adorable. It was like $12 for a throwaway menthol flavored. It's just the most bland looking, and it was in a blister pack, like hanging up on a fucking pegboard.
Right.
Bought a pack of smokes, and literally I opened up my lunch fucking bag at the time. I threw it that electronic. I didn't even know what it was. Threw it in there, didn't think about it. Got to work, remembered about it in the locker room. And I puffed on it thinking it was going to be like, do you remember those fake cigarettes you'd see at fairs being sold?
Yes, the candy
I thought
cigarettes almost.
Yeah, not candy. It was like literally you puff on it and you blow out. And it was literally, you get like a small puff of smoke. What, you know, at the time, it legitimately looked real. Had like shiny, like a red tip, like foil almost. It was bizarre.
Oh, crazy.
And I would only see them at fairs and at like carnivals being sold in those carts with a bunch of like balloons and shit.
Okay.
And so that's what I thought it was going to be. So I took a puff and I was like, holy shit. This had a little bit of a throat hit. It tasted like menthol for the most part. It wasn't a cool 100, but it was close enough.
Right.
I had it kicking around the studio for a couple of weeks. And then it died and I forgot about it. No. I gave it to my brother and forgot about it. He thought it was the greatest fucking thing since sliced bread. Now move on to about a year or so later. Didn't think about, again, the word vaping wasn't even a thing yet, as far as I'm concerned. But a year goes by, we move, and my throat I would wake up, my throat would start to hurt on a constant basis. It was just always like, I'd wake up, it would hurt. I'd be in the mic booth and I would notice a difference in my breath control. I would notice a difference in just how my vocals felt. At that time, I was up to 3 packs of Cool Hundreds a day. And I didn't even smoke them as much as I'd let them sit and burn almost like a fucking incense when I was writing music. Excuse me, I got the corona. And 2012, April of 2012, I went down, I purchased a pack of blues. My second pack at that point, second or third. I'd lost a few and I just never really thought about it. Bought one, drove down to Chicago to my sister's wedding. And then I saw my sister's stepdad, who's got a tracheotomy. Mm-hmm. And when I saw him, we just got done eating at this nice ass restaurant. I go outside, I pull out a cigarette, and he's like, he fucking talks to the voice box, like, "Can I get one of those?" And I'm like, "You sure you want one?" He's like, "Yeah." Turns out that's what he smoked before he got his tracheotomy, was Cool Hundreds. He would rip the filters off, and he ripped the fucking filter off, and I watched him smoke that cigarette. And I looked at his voice box, and I was like, I don't want that shit.
No. It's
one thing, and I know this is going to sound fucked up, but it's one thing if you God forbid you get lung cancer, you die.
Right.
It's another thing if you're going to, if you live, if you at 40 years old, you get a tracheotomy and you have to live another 45 years and not even be able to do the job that you want to do because you don't have a voice. And at that time I was a professional hip hop artist. So like, that was like my come to Jesus moment. So by the time I got back that same weekend, the end of the weekend, got back to Minnesota, I'm like, I'm going to make a change. I still got the box right here. I bought a like $100, $80 number 7 Cardo kit. We had polyfill. It wasn't even fucking cotton at that time. And I bought these drops. I would fucking put gloves on and like safety glasses and put the drops in the polyfill, and I would vape on it. And eventually it got to the point where like come around 2013 or so, I finally was able to quit with it was like an eye clear with the silica in it.
Yeah.
And with Simply Vapor menthol, 24 milligram. And I finally was able to kick cigarettes completely by that point. Good. And then and then basically just on a whim, I started YouTube almost as a fucking joke. I have like full blown, if I start something, like I go head first into it.
Yep.
So once I started collecting e-cigs, it got out of control. Then I started building build stands and selling those. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, I do like 3 videos. All of a sudden, it's a job.
Yep. Bam.
Yeah, bam. Bam.
Yes, Roxanne, Chaos Pixie, says, my parents were truck drivers. I got sent home in 7th grade for wearing a tequila shirt with a worm on it that said, "Just eat me," across the shoulders. You stole it from your mom's closet.
I think we could be friends.
Just eat me. Hey, the sticker, the best sticker in the world.
Right
Look at that.
Perfection.
Perfection.
Huge shout out to my boy E Rich.
So,
When did you get started in the building?
when did I start getting into building?
Yep.
Jeez. Probably. Well, I've been vaping for about 3 years. 2.5 consistently. Completely off the cigarettes. I was dual using at first. But I'd say probably about 2 years ago. It was about a year into vaping for me. When I went to my first shop, I picked up my first kit, which was a Smock Stick V8 kit with the big Baby Beast tank on it. Wasn't horrible for a starter kit, so I used that. But my eyes really weren't on the starter kits when I walked in there. When I first walked in, my attention was immediately grabbed by the box mods and the RDAs, and I wanted to rebuild.
Hell yeah.
I wanted to rebuild. That's what I wanted to do.
What was your first RDA you built on?
Well, the first ever device that I built on was an RBA section for the TFV8 Big Baby Beast. It was so horrible. It was unreal. The thing was a pain in the ass to build on. And then I went from that to the Moonshot RTA. And after that, it was just cake. It was cake. Everything else was just so much easier to build on. My first RDA that I ever bought was the OG Recoil. That was my first RDA.
The OG Recoil?
Yeah. My wife actually stole it from me. She's got the OG Recoil on the VGod Elite Mac right now.
That's cool as fuck that she vapes, though.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Oh, yep. The Smock RDA was a bitch. Yep.
The first rebuildable I ever bought was this.
What the hell is that? What RTA is that? The triple RTA.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
But I started wanting to build when I was about a year in. I did a lot of research on Ohm's Law, wires, the whole 9 yards. I did countless hours of research before I started building coils. I watched shit tons of videos. And I just did everything I could. I did a lot of research on Ohm's Law and everything. Not just for building for regulated, but because I really wanted to get into mechs as well. And so the one thing I didn't want to have happen, and the one thing that I advocate everybody else do, is do your damn research before you ever touch one. Do a crap load of research. Learn your Ohm's Law. Learn building. And then when you're safe and you feel comfortable with it, then move into mechanical mods. But
most people aren't going to do that. Let's just be really honest.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're not familiar with Ohm's Law, it's actually a lot more complex and complicated than people think. When people say learn Ohm's Law, 9 times out of 10, the people who say learn it can't back it up. If you watch a couple of simple ass videos via Battery Mooch and some earlier Grim videos, there's a lot of good videos out there that'll do a good job of explaining it. The problem is it's even hard once you understand the fundamentals. If you don't take the basics of it and apply it, make it applicable to vaping in particular, especially batteries, and in terms of amperage of your batteries and what the maximum amperage, maximum draw is, just on your builds, series builds versus parallel builds versus nichrome, the resistance on nichrome versus stainless versus Kanthal. If you're not comfortable with those things, I'm not saying don't do it. What I am saying is the most basic way to go about it is make sure, if you don't do anything, make sure your fucking batteries are wrapped properly. 9 times out of 10, exploding tube mods isn't even because of the amperage problem. It's because of the shorting issues.
Yep.
The shorting issues, and as long as your batteries are reputable, not rewraps, not like fake rewraps. And then the rule of thumb that I use, if it's a single battery, 0.15 to 0.2. If it's a dual battery in series, I would say 0.4 to 0.8, just to be safe, 0.5 to 0.8. If it's a stacked like this, if it's a parallel mod, you're going to be a lot, safer. because it's you don't have to build it.
Right. You can build a little bit lower on a parallel.
Yeah, so you don't have to build super high. You can build 0.15 and then above. That's what I always stick to. 0.15 and above. This stacked, I think, is around. Fuck, it was a couple days now. 0.85 ish, 0.8. So it's up there ish, but it still fucking kicks. Look at like a mule on a fresh set of batteries.
Hell yeah.
Don't let them drain all the way.
I'm actually trying to set mine up right now. I've got an RTA. Actually, it's funny. Two things I wanted to bring up. You mentioned we were talking about Ohm's law, obviously, and you're right. There's a lot of videos that go around, and the one thing that I can say in learning my Ohm's law when I was, a lot of people stick to only one formula, and that is amperage equals voltage over resistance. And that is a great, great formula to have, but there are 3 to 4 other formulas that go in with Ohm's law as well. And it helps to know all of them. You don't just know one little piece of it. You got to know all of it.
There's an Ohm's law calculator.
Yep, Ohm's law calculator works too.
When in doubt, use the Ohm's law calculator. Mm-hmm. You can download it in the App Store, or you can use the one that's on the website.
And you've got other resources available to you as well, like getting in touch with coil builders. I've made a lot of contacts with other builders over the past 2 years that have continued to help me. Yeah, that's safe to use on the overpowered. I'm good. 0.4.
Yeah.
But
0.4 on the stacked. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that's on the lower end. I'm just ultra safe with it just because I don't listen. I got a pretty face. I'm not trying to fuck shit up.
No, we don't want you to do that. But you've got yours out, and now it's making me want to use mine. So,
have you the clutch style battery on this or button on this is pretty fucking iffy.
You don't like it?
It misfires constantly. It's not just this one either.
Really?
I've got Mighty Rose, one of the militia members, sent another one for giveaway.
Yeah.
And I've been rocking between the two just because maybe it's mine. I'll fucking look at the battery or look at the button, maybe not rebuild, but adjust the actual.
Yep. The clutch
contacts.
itself.
Yeah, and no, it's both of them. Like it's if you don't hit directly on it, or if you don't use two fingers, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. She ain't gonna pop off. It's not like a female, you know.
Any of you guys use the Odin Stack 25? I have not. I don't know if Thesis has. I can't speak for him.
On the what?
The Odin Stack 25?
Nope.
Because is that the only stack you use?
The overpowered?
Yeah.
And the Dreamer, but I haven't fucked with the Dreamer in a year. Yeah, just the overpowered.
Nice. It's one of my favorites.
But I build mech mods and PWM mods, and 9 times out of 10 use a MOSFET, which is a fail-safe, but it's not something you should rely on necessarily. You should still just act like it's a plain old mech mod. Mm-hmm. So even with PWM, man, because there's been some mod builders, professional, like name brands that will send shit out, and it'll just be like some fucking 9-year-old soldered it together, duct taped it with some bubble gum and some fucking bottle caps and called it a mech mod. I'm like, hey, you should really watch the gauge of your wire. I've had people also send out shit where the gauge of wire was like a 4, and I'm like, hey, that's creating resistance.
Yep.
Or a resistance drop. Mm-hmm. Just the gauge of wire. Like that shit should fucking. And I've also seen people use speaker wire, man. You're talking 22 gauge fucking aluminum wire, shitty speaker or steel wire.
Can't do that.
No. Granted, this is a while ago. This is still 2016 that I'm talking. But
yeah, I've seen some older mods that by today's standards are just no mods. You know, those are like no, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah. I've seen a couple of box mods that were put together by like private builders and mod makers, and they're older ones, so I can't fault them, but it's like some of it looks very shoddy. They have like little pieces of wire that are soldered into these two things, and then
shoddy. Oh man, I'm hearing it come out. I love it. That Peter Griff's shoddy. It's fucking. I can't type for saying like, "What up, shawty?" Or it's really shoddy work. Fuck the cops.
How about the no mods where they make mechs out of just a battery and a button? Ooh.
So those are actually pretty interesting to me, mostly because like the button, it's still copper, right?
Yeah.
You still have copper contacts. I've thought about. I've got the copper for it. I've just never had the balls to do it. I mean, a lot of these dudes too make some phenomenal shit. Like in terms of mech mods.
That's crazy.
A lot of times it's just the materials, that can be faulty. You have to use materials that are meant to be conducting electricity. I wouldn't use plumbing copper.
No.
You know what I mean?
Definitely not. You want high grade stuff.
Yeah, it's not the same materials.
No. Definitely not. And that's a big thing is quality of materials makes the mod,
Best way to put it is you got a 13-inch dick, but that bitch can't get hard. What use you? Just because it says it's made out of copper, it doesn't mean it's real. I'm about to have the first beer of the day. Oh,
Nice.
nope, it's not 7 o'clock yet.
It's what?
Not 7 o'clock yet.
Not 7 o'clock yet. No, close, but not 7 o'clock yet.
Actually, I should probably wait because we're doing the Zoom room today.
Yeah,
I
we
might
are.
just wait till 9. So,
Damn it! I don't have time to send my wife out and grab me one. Anyways,
you're fine.
what?
So you're fine.
I'm fine. So I did want to ask a couple other questions. Who is Thesis himself, and what does he do?
Who is your daddy?
Who is
What
your
does he
daddy?
do?
Just for those in the chat that haven't watched, which I don't think there's many out there that haven't, but for those of us out there that haven't seen you before, who is Thesis? What kind of things do you do?
Thesis, if you want to get existential about it, Thesis himself is a portion of my personality. It's the most loud part of my personality. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
As Nas as me as a real dude, Thesis himself is just as real because like it's the same. I don't act any different off camera than I do in camera. The only difference is like the part that I film is just like the You know what I'm saying? I could flip that switch anytime. I get excited. I get super excited about VG science. So I started. That's a fucking big ass question, man. I'll give you the really bulleted, pointed version. My brother and I started DJing at like 13 years old, right? So it started out with like DJing, graffiti, just hip hop culture, everything except for breakdancing. And then from that stemmed to hip hop and writing music at like 13, 14 years old. And now periodic breaks in between that, we never really took a break from the culture, just like, from specific aspects and elements of it. Thesis himself, just like the name, for example, like it was originally Maze 1 was what I tagged. That's tattooed on my arm. And from that, the group I was in, Poetic Styles, we were at Bingo Casino during our birthday month, me and my boy Josh. And I would always write, whether it be essays, whether it be music, I loved writing. Like just loved just paragraphs, and not to turn into school or anything, just fucking write. And she said, and Josh talked 1,000 words a minute. He just always talked. So she was making fun of us, like you're the thesis and he's the theory, because the thesis writes it down and he comes up with the fucking theory of shit. And I'll tell him why he's wrong, just in paper form. And that's where the name came from. And then Thesis himself came from because we were signed to a record label out of Chicago and the management company was in Minneapolis. And when I wanted to leave, when Josh took off, it turns out that he did meth out of nowhere. And so he took off, and he doesn't anymore. He's good people now. I couldn't have my name Thesis because the record label owned the name, if that makes sense. So in order to buy it out, it was like $200K or something ridiculous. Some just made up number. I'm like, nope. What about Thesis himself? Come to find out, that was fine because it's not the same name. Bam, Thesis himself happened.
Nice.
Fast forward up until 2013, Vaping with Thesis was just it was a joke. It was a concept. It was just a concept, and all of a sudden it happened. But yeah, no, I love all the shit that I do. Like those are all just like aspects. I love to work with my hands, carpentry. I love to fucking build stuff, my truck and all that shit. Love vaping. It's to me like it's when I sit down and actually take the time to build, or like even if I'm just replacing coils or re-wicking, that's like my meditation time,
Yep.
But no, all
I
this
totally
stuff
know that.
I like to entertain. My thing that I've always done, like since I was a child, is I'd love to entertain people. If someone's having a bad day and I can make them giggle for like 15 seconds, oh, it's like a mental orgasm for me.
Hold on. Hold now. Calm down. Calm down, boy. So I don't have beer, but my lovely wife in a coffee mug brought me a mixed drink. So we've got some
Beautiful.
Coke and bourbon.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. What was this? Did Thesis just bark at us? Is it weird that I barked back?
No, that's how you become best friends right there. If I bark at you and you bark back, it's on.
It's
You get number immediately.
Thesis does like to cook too.
Oh, love to cook.
Thesis does like to cook. Yeah, if you guys didn't recognize the track on the intro, that was actually a tribute
One of my tracks
to Thesis. That was one of his tracks. He wrote everything.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote everything to do with that track. And you did all the vocals, correct?
Yep, that's all me. I don't ever. So I do ghostwrite for other artists up until this day. Like I still sell songs. It's not as often as it was, but like I still have a shit ton of repeat customers. One of the NDAs was supposed to actually. I was excited to actually talk about who it is or who it was, but they re-upped on the NDA, and I'm like, I'll take your money, but eventually that NDA is going to run out, motherfucker. And I'll get to tell people who it is. But yeah, music was my life, and it still is in a bunch of different aspects. I still DJ. Cooking though, like that shit was one of my favorite things on planet Earth. I've been cooking since I was 14, like fucking Paper Plate Mafia. If you put food in your mouth, right? Like in order to survive if you're a human being and you're not a robot, fuck you, Nightbot. You probably eat fucking ones and zeros. You binary. Ooh, I almost used the C word. You binary. Crayon, bam, look at that. So if you're watching this right now and you put food into your mouth, the next thing you need you to do, go on Instagram and follow Paper Plate Mafia. If you've ever been broke to the point where you're like, spam in the pan with some toast, sounds like a good idea.
Ramen out the package.
Ramen out the package with some fucking florets of cauliflower and broccolis.
And
Have
some
you
Creole.
ever upgraded a frozen pizza via meat in your freezer with some extra cheese? Follow Paper Plate Mafia. Okay,
I got it right now.
It's bougie ass food on a paper plate budget. You feel me?
Bougie ash food on a paper plate budget.
Yep, like finding 4 ribeyes for $12. Who the shit finds stuff like that? This guy.
Paper
and
plate
on TikTok,
Mafia.
fucking at Thesishimself on TikTok. That shit's blowing up right now. I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, you gotta add me back.
I can't.
On TikTok?
I can't. It's a social experiment.
What do you mean?
In fact, I'm unfollowing my own wife. I know it's fucked up. I'm aware that it's fucked up, but it's a social experiment.
Okay.
I want to see what happens if I follow 0 people.
Oh, there you go.
And it's because I'm legitimately documenting on the rate. I have a second account, and I can't say what the second account is, but I'm posting the same content, the exact same content. What blows my mind is in that other account, I'm following everyone who follows, and I'm seeing what the difference is on how people perceive an account who has a significantly lower following number and follower number. So if on one page I have 500 followers, but I also follow 626 people, I'm posting the same content under a different name. And the perception that people have of an account that follows almost nobody is mind-blowing at the rate at which people follow you.
Really?
Yeah, and it was just a personal experiment. I just wanted to fucking see what happens. And it's too early to conclude anything from it.
Right.
Bro, the algorithm, and it's not just TikTok, it's Instagram, it's whatever, does not like it if you follow a bunch of different people. It does not promote your shit anywhere near at the same rate.
Wow.
It's kind of sad. It's kind of fucking sad. Because clearly, like, they value just the number and not the content. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's the same content. It's the exact same videos. Same order, same time I post them. Blows my mind.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah, it's the truth.
Yep. Tolamac says that he must say that he's really enjoyed getting back in the kitchen. It is therapy for him. Yeah, when I cook, I kind of get into the zone. It's just kind of a, my head is out of the rest of the world, and I'm kind of zoned in, thinking about what I'm going to do with the steak or the chicken or the pork or the veggies, like you and I talked about this a little while ago, Thesis. I think it was yesterday or day before. But you and I were talking while you were cooking dinner, and, like I mentioned to you, one of my favorite ways to cook is on the grill. That's one of my two favorite, is that and cast iron skillet cooking. Absolutely love to do it. And if I'm in that zone, just stay far out of my way, because I'm going to be moving and throwing things and slinging things everywhere. So it's just a better
100%.
idea.
Real quick, before I forget about it, when this experiment is over and there's a specific number I want to get to, and it shouldn't be that long till I get to it, I will add you back. Then I'll go back and follow everybody, in the militia and shit. So it's nothing personal. I should have probably said that on the Patreon page when I said people to follow me. I'm not going to follow anyone back until this experiment
Is over.
Is finished. Yeah, and it's just like a personal thing, because I was curious on what was happening with my Instagram. The more followers I got and the more people I followed back, the slower my numbers went down. When I started unfollowing people at an extreme rate, at a very almost up to the limit that Instagram allows you to per day, my fucking likes and shit would go right back up. I'm like, and I thought I was going crazy. You ever hear the term shadow banned?
Yes.
So that's what I was trying to disprove. I was like, because I don't like conspiracies. I'm like, this is bullshit. No such thing as shadow banning. Bullshit. And it's not necessarily like someone's out there like, ooh, fuck thesis, or ooh, fuck lethal. It's an algorithm thing.
Yeah.
Now back to cooking.
I
am legitimately, I cannot fucking use a cast iron skillet to save my asshole out of a paper pack.
What do you mean?
I'm just not. I want to. I own one. I own several. And I want to throw it through a fucking roof.
Why, everything sticks?
I have all of the problems.
All of them. What kind of problems do you have with cast iron? There's not
all
much.
of them. I love
all
it.
Of them?
When my brothers would cook in a cast iron skillet, it was like
delicious.
Fucking amaze balls. When I cook in a cast iron skillet, it's like a 9-year-old with an easy bake oven.
Well,
Bro,
I guess you've got no choice. You're gonna have to get that Suburban up and running.
It's getting there. All day today, all I could think about was like, I've got to get these videos out so I can have some time this Friday to call the tow truck, have it fucking towed over to Proven Force, the performance place, and then it's this whole COVID shit has fucked my entire. It's not just me. Oh, your little Suburban's not built, you little pussy. No, I'm very aware that it's a very pussy problem to have. That I want my monster truck finished, and it's not. What'd you say, princess? Your monster truck's not done. Oh, I get it. People are dying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying it's frustrating.
Yeah, for everybody.
Everybody.
Yep. There's all of us have things we want to get done, and now we just can't.
Yes, Pixie. I've got some copper pots and pans because I'm a cheap ass, and I found them at a garage sale, and it was a whole box of them, and they're brand new, fucking brand new. Come to find out, they're very expensive. Mm-hmm. Very expensive. And I got them for like 97 cents.
Wow.
It was phenomenal. I do not know how to use them yet.
Oh, it's very simple.
I want her and you to contact me on Paper Plate Mafia.
Okay.
On Instagram. And I haven't even looked it up yet. They're just sitting in the garage, like just collecting copper colored dust. CJ, do you cook? Never mind, you're British. I'm so sorry. I'm stewed. I'm so sorry.
Ever heard of Gordon Ramsay?
Oh shit! Oh shit! He threw it back at you, bro.
Let's go ahead and start naming off American chefs quick.
You ever heard of Gordon Ramsay?
That was pretty good though. I love me some Gordon Ramsay. That motherfucker's hilarious. He is the most intimidating person I've ever seen. Like, meaning, like, is in terms of people who are supposed to be intimidating, he's not. The dude that's intimidating is the dude with a little dick. He's fucking hardcore bodybuilder. He's got glasses. Like, he might be British or some weird shit like that. You know what I'm talking about? Fucking just wrecked. Just fucking like steroids, extra. He takes all of them.
He's from the UK?
Yeah, I'm almost positive.
I can't think.
With
glasses.
Yes, bodybuilder, chef, UK, Animal Planet. No, what is it called? Cooking Channel. What's
Tiger King?
No, what? I am the Tiger King. Fuck out of here. This dude, Robert Irvine. No, not Robert. Is it Robert Irvine? Robert Paul Irvine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Around. God dang, this dude is all the fucking steroids. All of them.
Oh, Alan says, I take it you don't like Brits, Thesis?
I love Brits. No, this is a birthday present from my favorite British motherfucker, Merle's Mods, man. That's British as it gets. He's also the fucking prick who put a T-Rex instead of my face as the logo.
I was gonna say, oh my god, somebody would put it in chat earlier. Hashtag T-Rex arms. Look at that switch.
So, but look at the switch, mate. It's fucking bananas,
dude. That is bananas.
It is. And we got a shit ton of British patrons. We have 3 British patrons. We have a bunch of Australians too. No, I love the thing is I'm joking with you the same way I joke with them, and I shouldn't do that because you don't know any of the insight. You will when you join the militia tonight, CJ. You will know. You will know all of the things, and you will get to know this group of misfits. We have one of the most worldly groups in the vaping community, bro. We have motherfuckers from Mars. I'm almost positive of that shit. We have people who've joined just to be rats, dog. Like, do you know how special that makes me feel? The fact that you want to pay me money to get dirt against me.
Yeah. To
try to use. And there's no what dirt? What are you gonna get, CJ? You gonna bring it to your fucking prime rib roast or whatever the fuck they're called? Get a present.
God, you crap.
Our Prime Minister is actually in intensive care for COVID-19.
I'm aware. It's also because you have fucking people like Tony Blair. No, not Tony fucking Blair.
Oh, don't thank him. Don't thank him.
What the fuck? Brisbane? Not Brisbane. Branson. Richard Branson. What the fuck is his name?
Richard Branson.
Oh, shit. I was right?
Yeah.
I was thinking about Virgin Mobile and owning islands and shit.
Yeah. CEO of Virgin, yeah.
No. That's not who I'm talking about. Talking about your prime rib roast.
Oh, Boris Johnson.
Boris Johnson. That's it. Anyway, so I genuinely apologize. See what happens when I'm sober? I'm a dick. I'm not even meaning to be a dick, CJ.
Mason says this is too good. Oh my goodness.
Where's your billionaire? Josh? Huh?
Where's your billionaire?
He's on a fucking island. He lives in LA.
Oh, Jesus.
Which I'm more and more convinced isn't even a part of the United States. You can have LA.
Oh, man. So, what?
I'm going to move to Swindon, and I'm going to be the first Brit with dual citizenship and an AK-47. And they will let me.
They would let you?
They will let me.
They will let you.
Do you know who I am? I am.
Don't you know who I think I am?
Don't you know who I know? I am America rolled up into a nice semi-hard tubby ball. And they will allow it. They will like it. And I'll bring my Suburban over there, and I'll be lewd, crude. I don't know if I can drive my Suburban on those cobblestone bitches, but I'll get a horse and I'll lift it.
Bro, you're gonna take up the entire road.
I know. I'm aware.
Have you seen their cars? They're like
I have. The first time I ever saw, because my dream car, right? My dream car is a Lamborghini Murcielago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Spider in particular, but I'll take whatever. It's like I don't know what it is, but like I've masturbated to that fucking car, bro.
They're old cars now, though.
Wow.
What? I want a 2006. I want a 2006 Murcielago. What the fuck's wrong? What's the problem?
No, nothing.
Like classic cars?
Nothing wrong with that.
See, I personally, I'm not
Joshua,
as high end
I like
as
this
that.
guy.
I'm not as high end as that. My dream car is not a Murcielago. It's not a Lamborghini. It's not a Ferrari. It's not a Mustang. It is the old 92 or 94 Nissan Skyline GTR R34.
Okay, that's more expensive than my Murcielago. So
Are you sure?
it's not as. I'm positive. If you want to get one imported to the United States, that's well over 100K. You can get a Murcielago any day of the week. So, hold on, I wasn't done yet, Lethal. I'm sorry. So my point being is the first time I ever saw one in real life, I wanted to take a pee on it. In my head, I built them up to be this like thing, right? This thing. And when I saw it, and I was like, cute. My truck literally I can put your Lamborghini in my tailpipe. It looks like a piece of cheese. And it's a ramp. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw how small they were, and then you watch Top Gear and Jeremy Clarkson can't drive down a road with one, and I'm like, with that go-kart? You can't drive with that. That one in particular? And they're this big. Anyway, but my dream vehicle I own. So like, and that's, also because I'm a cheap bastard, right? I'm like a Cockney accent, right? CG, will get that reference. I love lifted, powerful trucks. Just, it makes my testicles just buzz. Like, what does James May says? James May talks about there being a fizzing just behind the pubis bone, and it's real. It's fucking real.
Oh man.
Yes, but the only reason why I want the Lambo,
like swollen testicles and.
No, it's not even sexual. It's like a fizzing of like you can actually.
You get a tingling in your loins.
Nope, better. It's like you can feel testosterone being produced.
Ooh. Yeah.
It's like
that sounds like a feeling that would generate somewhere in the cockles area.
Yeah, in the Cockney area. That's right.
Golden Gold says I'm dead. Oh my god. Oh,
So
Chaos Pixie's right. Smart cars are spare tires. They do fit in the bed of our pickup.
Okay, so real quick about those smart cars. So Pixie might be interested. I've got my dream truck. My dream vehicles are trucks. They're all 80s trucks. 80s trucks is like the one decade they got trucks right. Have you seen a new truck with a V6 and a Ford? I'm like, it's gross. You don't do that. Just like you don't put a fucking V8 in an Aston Martin, or like an American V8 in an Aston Martin.
Right. When
I hear an Aston Martin, I want to hear a fucking V8 or a V12. If I fucking listen, I'm not huge into supercars. I think they're for fucking. Oh, you can't build your own car? All right, go buy one. Did Daddy's credit card buy that? That's just how I felt about them. But I have seen AMG Mercedes, in my opinion, is the muscle car of the supercar world. AMG Mercedes in general, anything that AMG builds is fucking just. If you hear it straight piped, it is a throaty bastard. It is just gorgeous sounding.
Aren't they V8s? No, they have built V12s, haven't they?
Yeah, V12s. But either way, what I'm saying is they sound much similar in tone to an American V8. And believe me, I'm well aware America's contribution to cars isn't great. Like specifically handling. There's one issue we have in the United States that you guys, dealt with that we haven't, and it's called how do you pronounce it? I think it's called a corner. So like I had a 400 and some horsepower SRT8 300C. That bitch in a straight line and she was fat. Like she had a fat ass, just sexy. One of the sexiest cars on planet Earth, 2006. It probably also weighed, I don't know, as much as my garage that I kept it in. But in a straight line, whoo! Now, if I were to bring it to Europe and it saw a roundabout, it would cry.
Yup. We actually, Chaos Pixie's right. We have a shell of a 77 flatbed Ford outside. Yeah, it's sexy. I'll take pictures and I'll send them to you. And then we had Her ex-boyfriend left his truck here, and he had I think it was late 80s K5 Blazer, and he had a 350 crate motor in it.
Say it slower. Say it slower.
Say it slower.
Yeah.
K5 Blazer. He did not leave it. I kept it, she says.
I live on a small island.
Yeah.
So
Oh, lucky you, Richard Branson. Fuck.
you don't get that many nice cars over here. But it's your usual. I mean, the nicest car I've seen before, the one I'm about to mention, is a Lamborghini Gallardo.
Oh.
Which is nice, and it actually lives down there. I know the person who's got it. But and then a few weeks ago, I saw the Bugatti Chiron.
Holy shit!
Not joking.
I'm not a Bugatti fan, but like I can respect engineering, and when it comes to a vehicle engineer,
The Veyron.
the Veyron in general, but Bugatti in general, I mean.
Yeah.
Even if you look at the 1930s, like look some of their first designs in racing, in particular with their bullet design. Just even look at the British green racing. You know what I'm saying? Not that was Aston Martin, wasn't it? No, because the Bugatti was green as well, with gold.
I think Bentley used green as well.
Or was it Bentley that I'm thinking of? With the straight 12 or some shit?
Yeah, it's Bentley.
Okay. Nope. Fuck Bugatti. Never mind. The Germans.
They are Germans, yeah.
The Germans. We have a German Third Reicher in the militia. His name's Scott Van Straussen.
Wow. That's a name.
That is.
Perry Dubs, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. He says a 1970 Chevelle SS Big Block can smoke any AMG.
No, it can't. It can't. It just can't. Like, listen, I want to win too, man. It just can't. When you're talking about an AMG V12 pushing out 880 horsepower, and it sees a corner, the Chevelle, meaning, if a Chevelle sees a corner on tires that are made of erasers from a number 2 pencil,
it'll end up in the tree.
It's not going anywhere. That's it. And anything bigger than that, anything more than that is now a drag car, in which it's not a fair fight. You're talking about a production car versus something. Let me show you my bitch right here.
Real quick, Perry Dubs, I love you right now for mentioning the Grand National. I love that car.
I'm not a car guy, like in terms of like I love trucks, but the one car like I'm in love with, just two, that I've legitimately, aside from Lambo, is AMC Javelin and a Superbird. Like those two cars right there are like childhood ecstasy. Like I don't know how, like when I see one, I feel like I'm 7 years old again. It's like, oh. So let's see.
Oh wait, who's gonna make Ford Mustang jokes?
I like Mustang. The new Mustangs I think are beautiful.
Chaos Pixie used to have a 70.5 Mach 1.
Isn't the 70.5 worth like 100K or some shit?
I think so.
Fastback
Yeah, it was worth a lot.
Yeah, because I was saying that the half year had the window, the fast. I don't remember what it was. Something about it was special. If you have a numbers matching car now, like it's well in the hundreds of thousands or well into $100,000. So this is my bitch right here. Something that Brits don't know anything about. This is before. It's not. This is last summer, so it's not finished in these pictures, but it's close to finished.
The K5 looked very, very similar to that.
No, it doesn't. Sorry.
No, it did. When it was, it looked similar, not exact. You have two Banshee versus Mustang.
Hang on. So this is what.
That's so sexy, though.
This is the lift it's got now. This is in my buddy's shop. There's no motor in it currently. The motor's there. I got
what
a
size
new
lift
motor
do you have on it?
So all together, including tires, I think we've estimated roughly 11.
That would be illegal on the roads here.
Well, here's the deal. It is here too, but I've got drop bumper. So do you see this dog right where my cursor's at?
Yep.
So he's 130 some pound something hunting dog.
Oh wow.
so he's closer to the camera. He can walk fully upright underneath. I'm 5'10" and 3/4. I can kneel like pretty much straight up without. I'll have to arch my back like by the axles and by the drive shaft, but like I can sit straight up like on my butt like crisscross applesauce style, my head not touching anything underneath.
Jeez, that's a massive lift.
It's fucking, and these are just 35s. Just wait till I get the 40s on. That's going to be 16-inch lift total after the 40s go on.
Jesus. And you want to take a road trip in that?
Want to? I'm going, like, that's the plan. Like, this truck is being built. I'm building this truck with my buddy Tyler to be the most reliable, roadworthy, several 100,000 miles on the fucking motor. Like, not yet, but it will have. Like, it's my fucking daily driver from April to maybe beginning of October, right when it snows. 400 horsepower. It's going to have 425 horsepower, but around 400 horsepower to the tires. 410 gears, 410 gearing. 40-inch, probably not super swampers, but close to mud terrain. You know what I mean? Super swampers would be way too soft. I'll have to
General
fucking
grabbers.
Yeah. Wait, what?
General grabber.
Yeah, right. These ones here are Peak. What are they called? Falcon. Mountain Peak Falcon something.
Okay.
And then, excuse me, 700 R4 transmission. Excuse me, all fully built, completely built, all the clutch plates, everything upgraded. Basically, I'll be able to pull Britain to our side of the pond. That's the goal.
What was that?
Big Ben.
Be better if it was a Ford, lol. Got to give you shit for driving a Chevy, says Subaru.
A Ford? They don't even make V8s anymore, bro. You drive a Subaru. You're not even involved in this conversation. At least Britons make McLaren. The fuck does Subaru make?
Hey, Tetley man, what's going on, buddy?
I take that back. I love STIs.
Well, we've got 8 minutes left. We can just shoot the shit for a little bit longer.
What the fuck have we been doing?
Exactly. The same damn thing. I'll send you a pic of my Ford truck. All right, Subaru. You do that, buddy. Ford sucks, says Mike Berg.
I feel like it's just a little guy.
I feel like it's just a little guy. Yeah, we got a F-150, just a little guy outside. And,
But you're not talking shit. That's the difference.
no, because it's a shit truck. The thing's breaking down. It's
Don't get me wrong,
it's not
Dodge's
a shit truck. It's just breaking down.
Chevy's shit. Have you seen any new trucks? They're all garbage. They're all garbage. They stopped being garbage from about 83 to 87. The only exception to that would be the Suburbans and the Ram Chargers, and the just in general as the I like the early 90s Ford trucks, the full size bed like a man with
the
a crew cab.
94 Ford F-250 with the 8-foot beds.
Oh yes, God, those things are fucking. See, it's hilarious when we say 8-foot bed. That's literally the width of the street in Britain.
Yeah.
Josh, when you join the militia right after this live stream, and you entered into the Zoom tonight, you're gonna have a blast. Do you hear me? A fucking blast.
I hear.
What really makes me shoot my shot, those little smart cars. Really?
I love those things. I think those are sexy as fuck. Who's talking shit? I like little things and giant things. Like anything in the middle is just regular. I think it's probably because like I'm just sick of being average height and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I like giant shit and tiny. Like I want to be able to fit a smart car in my truck and then back it out. Yeah.
Yep.
Seems super fun.
Built-in ramps into the backside of your truck.
Fuck yeah.
Just drive it right in.
Dude.
You're good. You're golden.
Golden, man. I'm out of gas in my truck. Don't worry. Watch this trick.
Right? Or you could use those tires you were shooting for make a trailer.
Fuck yeah. 35-inch tires on a trailer would be sick.
Pull it with that.
Oh, those yeah. We'll save that story for the Zoom room.
Uh-oh, that one's going to be a good one.
I felt so stupid this morning. I was thinking about it. I was like, shot your fucking self in the head on accident. Josh, you're going to have to wait for that story till tonight.
Yep.
It's not even an hour. It's an hour and 6 minutes.
Yep. Who remembers the Pontiac Fiero? I remember the Pontiac Fiero.
I love the Fiero, man. That's a. I'm gonna get my. I'm gonna get my Lamborghini with one because I'm gonna make a kit car.
I was still a fan of the Trans Am over the Fiero. Personal. Take a muscle car over a supercar any day, says Ron Assis. Asis?
Ron Asis, he's a plumber.
Okay.
He's a
Asis, that's how you
badass.
say that then. Yes, the Trans Am, says Tina R. How are you, Tina? So, guys, if you are not familiar with Mr. Thesis, go look him up. Look him up. We had to throw that H in the front of look. I don't know why. Look up Thesis on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, on
TikTok.
What are you, Twitter?
Twitter, the whole everything
Everything out there. He's on everything.
I'm super curious about Josh, though.
What?
I'm curious about Josh.
You're curious about Josh?
Who is Josh?
Who is Josh? Josh, you want to let Thesis know a little bit about yourself?
Who am I? In what way?
In the most existential sort of way you can
In
imagine.
the most intimate and personal of ways, sir.
Yes.
Oh God. Oh, I don't know. I've never had to describe myself. Well, I don't know.
He's like, I'm a guy who does reviews.
Yeah, just some guy who does reviews.
What's the channel?
Vaping
It's
with CJ.
VWCJ now.
Oh,
But
yeah.
just type in Vaping with CJ on YouTube.
It's hilarious that your name. Can we talk about this for a second? No.
Yes.
So, his name is not Josh. Oh no, it's not CJ.
No.
But his name is CJ.
Yeah.
Expound on this.
Yeah. So my mate Callum was going to be involved in the channel. But when I started back about a year ago, and he did one video with me and sort of left it.
There
He's
is the link
told
to
me
his channel.
he's told me since that you know he's going to get involved. He's going to get involved. So that's why I haven't changed my name on YouTube.
You still believe him after a year?
Yeah. I mean, obviously with
He's a bit of a twit.
Obviously with the coronavirus, we're not allowed to meet up and whatever. He can't at the minute, but I still believe he's going to be.
Unicron's holes in chat now. Good. Big love, bro. CJ equals crappy Josh. He's just one step down from the real Josh. And Perry Dubs, man, I owned one, man, and those were really good cars. I owned
What
an
was?
87 Monte Carlo LS.
G-body. Woo!
I loved it, bro. Loved it.
Love donk, man. Love me a fucking donk. Oh,
My buddy had a
lowrider.
old 70s
Cutlass.
Lincoln Town car, or Lincoln Continental. He had an old
Ugly as
70s Lincoln
fuck.
Continental.
Hate all the 70s.
Dude,
no.
the thing was a boat.
I know. I'm just not a fan.
You
I had
could
an
not
82
maneuver that
Riviera,
car.
and that Riviera was, let me tell you, if Britain had a car, the Jaguar Sovereign that I owned, definitely, it probably smelled more like Britain than the Buick. The Buick smelled like, I don't know, the mid-'80s, somewhere in a Midwestern town that smoked a lot of cigarettes. Some waitress named Diane who worked at a fucking diner. That's what it smelled like, I'm assuming. You know what I mean? But if Britain had a car, aside from the Jaguar Sovereign, it'd have been 82 Buick Riviera with the Continental kit. It was fancy for fancy's sake.
Right.
Had velour, tapestry-like seats.
Soft.
Soft. It was
very soft.
It was comfy. It was big for no reason though. That was very American of it. The motor was like a 726 cubic inch go-kart motor with 9 horsepower. It's very American. It's like having a lot of guns but no ammunition. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, it's
So CJ. So I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, go for it.
CJ.
Yes.
Who's your daddy? What does he do? How old are you? You look like 14 and a half.
Yeah, you're about right.
That's what I thought.
No, I'm 26.
Well, my second guess was 28. See, so I was close. Now, in the YouTube game, you just review?
Hmm?
You just review?
Yeah.
And he does live streams.
Oh yeah, live streams as well.
When's live streams?
Where are the live streams?
When is the live?
Oh, when's the live stream?
Yep.
I do this one now, and I do one on a guy called Benny Vapes' channel, called the Northern Union Vape Show.
Is he part of the Northern Union?
No, no.
Is he a Brit?
Yes.
Is he a bit of a pellock?
No, he's from up north. He's from the north of England.
From the Northlands, the countryside.
Yo, little bro vapes, what's going on, my dude? And
bro.
yes, Vaping Vendetta, you are late as fuck, but you are here, so thank you, bro. Thank you.
I want to know more about CJ, man. Can you ask him some
keep
guys?
asking questions,
Comments.
bro.
Everyone watching, ask him some personal shit. I feel like me and CJ and Lethal here can make a conglomeration. We can start a company called Knitting for Kitten. Knittens for Kittens. It'll be a company where we knit things for cats. I'm not a fan of cats, but I know they're very lucrative.
They're very lucrative. Well, everybody's looking for. Never mind.
Lucrativity?
Pussy?
I want to know questions about CJ, guys.
CJ, how many times do you wank in an hour? No, I'm kidding.
Here's a question. Are you left-handed or right-handed wanker? You're a bit of a wanker.
Right.
Are you left-handed or right-handed for writing?
Right.
So you definitely enjoy the missionary position. Okay. So what's your favorite animal?
My favorite animal.
Yes.
Oh god. I have to say Komodo dragon. Big on my reptiles.
What the fuck? You're definitely a psychopath. If you don't murder anyone by the time you're 34, you're definitely going to kill somebody by the time you're 56. Anybody who's thought that hard, you get to pick something like an eagle or a fucking velociraptor. You have to pick something like a Komodo dragon. Do you know how many syllables are involved in just thinking about that word? What is it about a Komodo dragon that you like? Thank you. Holy shit. Fucking Lethal with the etymology over here.
It just how lethal it is. You know, like it's
Lethal?
Yeah, like it's a born predator. It's
Again, a lot like you. A lot like you.
Not Chris.
I'm a born predator. Damn.
It's lethal. It is a born predator like me.
Wait, no. That can't be right. Predators end up on lists.
Second. So usually people the animals I like because I see myself in them and not in like a weird I took a video of me fucking them sort of way, but like in a I want their superpowers, right? Who doesn't want a fucking tigress superpower, right? Who doesn't want to be able to fly like an eagle? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You want to just kill people. I told you. My psychoanalysis is pretty spot on.
Keep asking him questions.
Yeah. What's your favorite color and why?
Red, because I've always liked it.
No, it's because you like blood. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah.
You better watch who you have in this live stream. I can't wait till you join the militia. It's going to be fun as fuck. So you like Komodo dragons because they're lethal. Red because of blood.
Oops.
What's your favorite time of the month?
Favorite time of the month?
Yep.
April, because it's my birthday.
Mine too. Are we both murderers? When's your birthday?
16th.
Mine too.
Oh my god.
What in the fuck is that? No, mine's the 10th. But if it wasn't the 10th, it might have been the 16th though. It was super close. So what's your favorite time of the month? Say it's June.
December.
Not what is your favorite month. What is your favorite time of any given month?
Time of any
Middle, the end, the beginning.
Okay, so
end.
The end?
Yeah.
You're just waiting for it to all be over? So you're a depressed psychopathic killer.
There you go.
Lethal. That's a pretty good assessment. Back to you.
Hey, you know, we're going to actually probably have another person jump in with us for the last... You know what? We've gone this far. You have an extra half hour?
No, but I'll give it to you.
No, but I'll give it to you, he says. If they bite you, they're lethal because of all the nasty ass bacteria, says Ronesis.
Yeah, I'm telling you. The amount of shit that British people eat, you'd never know. You'd never know.
Thesis
What are you
asks
talking about?
CJ, what's your favorite color? CJ responds, what color are your eyes?
Oh, shit. Where's this other person? I want to interrogate him.
I'm waiting to see
I have
if
a
he's
feeling
actually going to pop
he's even
in.
weirder than CJ.
It is another brother of mine from across the pond, Mr. Aiden Little Bro Vapes.
What's his real name?
His name is Aiden.
Right. What's his last name?
Crew. Yo, yo!
Yo, 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 how we doing?
Good. Aiden, how you doing, buddy?
Mate, it's so lovely to be on a chat with all three of you.
All
I
three
do
of us.
pieces, you all right, bro?
All right. You're drunk or Scottish.
Mate, I tell you what, we sat down there. I've been watching you for ages. You're normally either drunk or stoned.
I don't. A, I don't smoke weed. B, no. The truth of the matter is, so I shouldn't say this. This is gonna hurt
It
my
must have been the cocaine. It must have been the cocaine. I'll tell you what, let's go and get the credit cards out. Let's go now. Let's get
I
the
don't know if I
credit
can
cards.
handle his energy, Lethal.
This is Little Bro
I'll tell you
Vapes.
what,
He is.
Pieces, what's your favourite animal?
Eagle for sure.
I'll tell you what, it must be a dragon.
Fucking dragon.
It must be a dragon.
He looks like a
Hold on
dragon.
second. So let me tell you a secret. Someone I said this to somebody a couple days ago. Like, you probably shouldn't say that. So 2 to 3 out of 5 times. 2 to 3 out of 5 times, you guys see me with a bottle of vodka. Is water refilled in the same bottle?
I don't think it's water.
No,
I've been on 3 or 4 streams with you, and it must be cocaine or at least a bit of cocaine.
At least a bit.
if you want to see what happens when I don't take my meds, so I'm doing a live stream. Myself and Mad Viking are planning on not taking our meds at the same time. What happens on it's bizarre because it looks like him and I have probably done several. I don't even know how you would measure meth. Several.
Hell, you from Mexico?
Bowls.
I'm from the States, motherfucker.
I thought you were Mexico.
No, it's America, man.
It's America.
It's America.
I thought you were all the way from like Mexico. I thought you had loads of like people who were in Mexico.
Yeah, what I do. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
I'm
thought you were
American balled up.
importing the shit, mate. I thought you were. Hey.
That's
Oh,
Colombia.
shit.
That's a different drug. We bring in hot women.
Oh no, we're talking like Breaking Bad. You don't mean like you're in some sort of shack on the side trying to make it all up.
No, it's in a semi. Bro, you're starting to upset me because now you're giving away you're giving away secrets. Now I don't appreciate it. Okay. You think it's vape mail I'm sending on the Patreon page?
So it's nice when that Vaporesso shit comes in, isn't it?
They send masks. It's not because it's the coronavirus.
the mask.
The masks are so I don't get high on my own supply, bro.
It was nice though that you were saying your mother-in-law, you sent the masks over to her. That was good.
I had to because first of all I felt guilty, but secondly I was like, well, if I don't, I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So I had to end up by passing down those masks.
Yeah.
But the cool part is, and I believe in this. I don't believe in karma at all, but I do believe what you put out, you get back in terms of energy. So if you're good to people, generally speaking, people are gonna be good to you. Sometimes people are just dicks and they won't be. But next thing you fucking know, I find my 5th M95 mask that I lost it for years. Cleaning out the garage, I open up a box. There it is, looking me dead in the face. So I'm like, see?
Do you think that happens though? Do you think it comes back around? You know all them little things that you do?
No, because Trump wouldn't be president if that was the case. If karma was real, you wouldn't have people like that. And listen, I don't care what your politics are. I don't give a fuck what your politics are. In fact, you're probably wrong either way. So, but when you look at someone's family lineage, or even it's just his lineage as a human being, as a person, right? I know it looks bizarre because I keep looking left to right. The camera's in the middle. I have a screen here, I have a screen here, and a screen there. Oh, excuse my face.
Good boy.
But if karma was legitimate, why does that happen? Or why do serial killers all of a sudden don't get found out till 3 years after they're dead and it's a cold case? Next thing you know, turns out Uncle Bob killed 97 people. You know what I mean?
You're going a little bit deep in there because obviously people don't get found out if they don't get found out.
Well, they don't get found out until 3 years after they're dead.
And you were at school and you got done for nicking all that milk.
Is that like it's only illegal if you get caught?
Never nicked milk. Chicken patties is a different story.
Sugar what?
Chicken patties are a different story.
Oh, mate, you want some? We in England we have like a little bit of what's it called?
Spotted dick.
Spotted dick. You
Spotted
like
dick.
spotted dick?
Sponge cake inside of a can.
That must have been about the 5th time I've known you to mention spotted dick.
Bro, dude, I get sent pictures. It's a running joke, and I'll show you it. It's pretty fucked up. You want to see? I'll send you the picture.
Do you know what spotted dick is?
Nope.
It's actually like a sponge pudding with actually raisins in it,
Why is it called spotted dick?
He's like, beats me.
Can I show up? No, I can't. Tonight on the Zoom room, I'll show you. You're gonna when you join the militia, Aiden.
Oh, there it is.
There you go. Spotted dick.
Oh, that's not what picture I was gonna show you.
Oh, so it's like
that's a nice spotted dick. That ain't like your grandma's spotted dick.
So that's like a raisin sponge cake.
Yeah.
You look at being
How it
punked
normally
here.
looks. It normally comes in a great big pie.
Oh, okay.
What? Spotted dicky thing.
What like
Spotted
what,
dicky
like
thing?
that?
No, mate, that's if you go to a posh restaurant. You're from Isle of Wight, son. He's from Isle of Wight. Do you know where Isle of Wight is, Thethis?
We don't have posh restaurants over here.
In Mexico, that's
it's
where you
not
bring
like
the
the-
cocaine. That's where you put the cocaine on
they
the
get
Isle
loads
of Wight.
it. That's where they move it to. Isle of Wight, bring it into UK.
They
Also
think they're
from
being
Mexico.
sneaky with the name, but you just read it real quick.
We're closer to France than the UK.
So hold on, you live in so your island, if it's closer to France, excusez-moi, mon
France.
chéri, c'est pas du français. So,
It's Jim Appel, Aiden.
do you know how funny it is to hear a
Jim Apple?
Scottish French accent?
I'm
That's
not
just,
Scottish, I'm Yorkshire, bro.
it's the same shit, bro.
It's not
Listen,
the same. Mate,
listen.
there were a wall in between it. There was Adrian's
It's a
wall.
wall.
I'm in Yorkshire, son.
well, Todd's reviews sounds, same similar.
That's like you being sat down there deep south.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay, well, I apologize then. I'm sorry from the deepest depths of my stuff.
My stuff.
How big's your
Deepest
stuff?
depths of my coke. I apologize.
Oh,
Just
Jesus.
get another bag out.
3 or 4 kilos at least.
I'd have thought I'd just wrap it up and we're fine.
Oh, Jesus.
You talk about dirt bike tracks. It's a totally different story.
Mason wants this
Just
to happen
face
more
that
often,
jacket,
bro.
son.
Say it again.
Mason wants this to happen more often, bro.
We should have this happen more often. I was just telling CJ that I want to know when his live streams are in particular. So myself, Lethal, and this Yorkshireman can fuck it up.
I've been fucking things up since 79, bro.
Me too. Since 99. That's when I was born.
99.
You young bastard.
Good year, that 99. That was when S Club come out.
99.
That's not. I'm not. How old?
Dude, I was
I'm- no, fuck
18
no,
when
I'm
you were
21.
born.
No, because I would not be buying vape products in 2010. If you do the math, I lie a lot about my age. So
I've seen a lot of differences in your age. Can I just ask one question? Is
Yeah.
that a radio studio behind back of you?
this is a full production studio, recording studio. Yes, not a
Mate,
radio
it
studio,
looks
but
sweet as oat.
sweet is out.
Yeah, that's Yorkshire.
Hey, what town is it where these motherfuckers say the words a tintinet?
It's internet. That's Yorkshire, mate.
Is that your? You guys put one word
Lancashire
up
and
wrong?
Yorkshire, a little bit like it's the Peter Kay. Dick that do.
Why is there T's in the beginning of words that don't have T's?
But we just had it. It's a bit of a fun. If you can make your own fucking words up, mate, that's when you know you're a proper country.
Country.
Ding, 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 ding.
Going to Egypt. Oh, man.
To Egypt.
Amy Sloat
TJ
is a fellow New
on
Englander.
Tinternet.
On the internet,
Where are you from in New England, Amy? What state?
Rhode Island.
Is she?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. We're not too far away. We're in the same grouping of states.
Dude, what's happened to your beard? Where's this all gone? You look like
It's all
a
gone.
13-year-old
So
kid.
did my head.
I was gonna say his mohawk's even sexier, but the fact that
not
you
good.
still have the back end. Mm-hmm. You ever hear the saying, "You can do side bends or sit-ups, just please don't lose that butt"? That's the hair equivalent.
Mate, you starting to look like Bogan. Only half a Bogan.
Half a bogan.
Half of Bogan. Actually, it's funny. We were talking about that this morning when I was in the Bogan Zoom, and we were talking about my hair and how I was thinking about going with a mullet. And he's like, "Well, with a mohawk, you've only got two choices when you cut your hair. You're either gonna go mullet or you're shaving it all off." So. He is not half a Bogan.
So
No
you
mullet.
must be very good at doing like stories at Christmas and stuff.
Me?
Yeah.
I know, my stories are boring. I've got no
Throw me
exciting
away on the
stories.
Christmas table.
Well, I do have exciting stories, but just not NSFW stories.
Tonight, after CJ and Little Bro Vapes joins the militia, I'm going to tell you guys a story that happened to me yesterday that I told Lethal. That could have easily been lethal. It could have been real bad. I could have died. And it would have been a funny story, don't get me wrong. Like if I was going to die and that was the story, I wouldn't be displeased. I'd be mad. I would have woke up dead and be fucking angry at myself, but I would have still laughed pretty hard. And if I was going to die from this story, everyone would be like, "Oh, of course. Of course. Duh." How did you think you were going to die?
Oh, I just got
Aside
it.
from heart attack by
Do you have to pay more money
cocaine.
to your Patreon, or
What's that?
do you have to pay more money to your Patreon if you're dying, or?
Yeah. Duh.
Duh.
Bro.
I just got a no mullet.
Come and get someone to buy Patreon. I've only got 4.
Slide
Bro.
into the Patreon. Just like
Slide in the
sliding
DMs, bro. Dude, I fucking will promote the shit. I will as soon as you go live. The militia will be there. I will be there.
I'll tell you what, bro, you're gonna have to come on to mine live.
Bro,
Bro,
man, you name it, I'll be there.
Good.
Damn,
You could
I'm
giggle.
getting messages. But
We've actually been on a couple of lives before. You probably not noticed me.
No, it's hard for me to forget accents like that. Come on.
Yeah.
weren't you
I was
on?
a little
Were you on the
fucking
mental
in
health
the
stream?
corner.
For like 9 minutes, and I regret not being able to stay longer because I did want to. Someone convinced me I should talk about my my shit. Hashtag Austin Awareness Month. Hashtag Autism Awareness Month. But yeah, I wish I was able to stay a little bit longer on that stream, and I was even more mad because I was having fun with my boys. It does not mean moving cocaine. It's not a euphemism. But I was having fun with the boys on the fucking tractor, and all of a sudden I get a notification that he was going live again on the extended. I was like, fudge buckets. So I wanted to be there too, but I'm sorry. My boys come first.
Sort your boys out.
Yeah.
Sort your fucking life out, mate.
Christ. How do we get CJ to shut up? No one else can even get a word in. CJ,
I'm tired, Cron. Leave me
pipe
alone.
in, bro.
I haven't
Don't.
even got the fucking
You're too
chat.
quiet. Pop in.
Who's the Unicron show?
Unicron's hole is awesome. He's a good, been a follower of mine for quite a while now.
With a name like that, he sounds awesome.
Jeremy says that we need his big ass on the show too.
We do to promote his channel, his brand new channel, no content.
We only have
We
10
should
minutes
make
left.
him the first YouTuber to have 100,000 subscribers with no content.
You know what? We got 10 minutes left. Why not, right? Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Let me
I say publicly post the Zoom room.
publicly post the Zoom
Publicly
room.
post that shit. Let me tweet it out once. See what happens.
I've done that before. It was a big mistake.
Why?
You know what? If you're going to do that, let me change
So what,
this.
between me and Thesis, nobody's going to be able to get through.
All right.
I was gonna say.
Well, nope. I just enabled the waiting room, so nobody's going to get in without me letting them in anyway.
I gotta figure out how to do that.
Here we go.
Chaos Pixie.
Hello, Kim
One name
Dixon.
that you need.
That's my wife.
Kim Dixon?
No, Chaos Pixie.
No more posting.
Kim Dixon sounds like a porn star name.
Kim Dixon's in. Hello, Kim Dixon. She is an
That was a
awesome coil
compliment.
builder.
Jesus, what would your porn star name be?
What's
would
that?
your porn star name be?
Polar Brown.
Paul Brown. What would
Polar,
yours be?
Polar
Lethal?
Brown.
Oh, man. All right.
What's that?
What would yours be, Lethal? Lethal.
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 Lethal, what would it be?
Lethal.
Lethal cock. Lethal cock.
I said, "My skinny got some heart and all."
Is what my thing? 'Cause I was
Lethal, what
posting
would
link.
your porn star name be?
What would my porn star name be? Shitty Tits.
Shitty tits?
Fuck it. I would make a horrible porn star.
Obviously, we all know that CJ is actually on Pornhub. What's your actual name on Pornhub?
I'm not on porn.
Pretty lips.
It's Little Oral Andy. I'm pretty sure that's his name on Pornhub.
C is in too. Daryl Basian. How are you? Nah, it'd be Spread Eagle, bro.
I think I'm going to change mine to Spotted Dick.
Naked ass and shit posts.
Naked
That's
asses
your own
and shit
wife.
posts, huh? Woo. The nurse is in too. Nurse, what's going on? Lethal's porns are 30 seconds long, no money made. Yeah, I know. I can't be monetized, man. I'm one of them 3 pump chumps. I can't be on Pornhub. I'd get no views.
You know, you'd think so. You'd think so. The thing is I think you might. With a hairdo like that? Facial recognition?
Hey.
American flag?
Wait, I'm going to have to take the ponytail out.
Yeah, it should be on American X.
Yeah. He does look like he fucking belongs. Either that or like I don't know, a swastika.
Oh, American History X.
Yeah.
Should sit down there with his long, like, fucking pillowcase over his head.
Oh, yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
But
Yeah, that is-
ding, 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 ding.
Definitely some
Ding, ding, ding,
ding.
ding, 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 ding. Oh, my goodness.
You did actually have is it the Confederate flag?
I had
Did you?
a Confederate flag
Flag.
before, yes, with the Iron Cross and
Legitimate. And if I saw a thumbnail of you, my automatic assumption would be legitimately like with blue eyes, skinhead looking motherfucker. I would be like, I've got to watch this train wreck.
Krish, push it over to one side like an emo.
No, it meant the fucking haircut, not your head, you dick.
Yeah, rest your neck.
Now you just look like my my fucked up sister.
Yeah, seriously. I just look fucked up that way, man. I can't do that.
You
Flavor
got pretty
message,
eyes.
the link didn't work. All right, Flavor Vapor. Message it where though, bro? Oh, on
Thesis, where's this in your house? You know where you are now?
Yes.
So you've got your house.
This is
How
on
does
the
work?
this
How
is
your
on the
house is?
south wing in the basement.
You've got a wing?
No, like this the most southern side of the house, and
How big's your house?
I say basement, but we dug up, lifted and dug down, so it's got full ceilings and the whole 9 yards.
wow.
Is this, you know, like you sort of vape reviews and stuff that you do? Is that the only thing that you do, or have you got any
It
other
is
things
now
that you
for
do?
the most part, but at the peak, the pinnacle of like my jobs, I was installing windows. I was still writing music, and I still am still selling music, still selling lyrics, and then carpentry on the side, vape reviews, stock
You were
market.
actually in a rap band, weren't you? You were actually signed at one point.
Yeah, we're the number one in the Midwest for I don't know 4 weeks, 5 weeks, and at the time it was GarageBand and SoundCloud charts they mattered right when they started to matter, and then we got signed, and then all of a sudden meth is a hell of a drug, and I had no idea that he was on it till one day he grabbed a trash bag and he just walked out the apartment. I was like, where are you going? He's like, I'll be back. I never saw him again.
So what did he actually do in the band then? Was he like the writer?
He was-
or was it just that he
was just a voice. He was- We were best friends, you know what I mean? But he was the voice. He was the other half of TNT. TNT stood for Thesis and Theory, and his theory was meth. I don't know what to say. And again, this isn't talking shit. It's just that's what happened, you know. And it actually worked out. Oh, we just got a new notification from C6 Steve. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, C6 Steve.
Oh,
C6
God.
Steve is absolutely amazing.
I know, because you guys made him famous, unfortunately, on the Hollis Jules Holland show.
Yeah, CJ, what are you doing? You're looking down an awful lot.
Nah, he's looking at Pornhub, bro. He's
Oh
straight as
shit, he is too.
I'm on my phone.
Your
C6
background.
Steve is more of your blues.
He is. What I appreciate specifically about Brits in particular is the you guys tend to hold up musicianship more than America does, more the United States. And this isn't ass kissing. Listen, I could talk shit all day about Britain, but the United States holds up fame and plastic fame.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Plastic reasons to be famous. Where in a genuine sort of way, especially if you look at British comedy or British acting, like the way you look goes out the fucking door. It's what can you bring to the table in terms of skill and talent. You look at someone like C6 Steve, who's been trying his entire life not to be famous, but just to be heard. And it took a different country on the other side of the planet to notice.
Yeah.
And it's not just him. He's just one example. You know what I mean? That shit to me is invigorating. Like, it makes me excited. It makes me fucking like to know that if you look at even British hip hop, which it's very loosely, I use that term loosely. British hip hop is so intertwined, and it's a beautiful thing. I don't necessarily like most of the music that comes out of British hip hop, but the fact that you can be an underground artist and make a living in the UK is pretty spectacular.
When you sit down there and talk about British hip hop, what do you actually mean?
So I've got
a genre of hip hop. There's a lot of there back into the old sort of school that's still coming out there in the hip hop.
So I could pull out records right now in that crate, like The Streets, just as an example. The Streets was my first introduction, and I didn't even know who he was. I just so happened to literally pick up the album at Fifth Element in Minneapolis, and I brought it home, and I'm like, this dude sounds funny. And when I first started listening to The Streets, I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get over the fact that I don't like his
eyes, my
dude. That whole album I've got, it's a two record album, and I listened to it time and time, and I knew there had to have been a reason why this dude came all the way across the pond, ended up in the middle of the United States, in the middle of nowhere in Minneapolis. Like, okay, so there has to be a reason. And so I listened to it time and time, and that's when I started to listen to lyrics. I was like, holy shit, this dude's essentially just a poet, right? Just in terms of the way the song structure in and of itself is really complex. You look at a lot of the neo hip hop that's coming out of Britain, in particular, like I just lost his fucking name, but it's a lot of electronica mixed with almost a Caribbean vibe to it, where they're rapping over. And again, you break down the song structure, it's way more complicated than people give it credit for. I'm not a fan of, like, I can't groove to it. I can't like fucking nod my head to it. It's like if house music had sex with hip hop, fuck the Caribbean, and then came back around with its own genre. So like, it's something I respect the fuck out of.
What you're doing now in the music scene, where you pushing? I watched a live that you were doing. I think it was with your wife. You were talking a little bit more about it. You're still doing little bits into it, aren't you?
I am. Oh yeah. So my buddy, one of my good friends, Mike, the LMC, who's on the live streams, we were talking one night, and I was showing him a beat. He's like, one thing at a time. I've got to take things one step at a time. But I do have new music, and I have music right now ready to be released as we speak. But I'm my own biggest critic.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? So I'm going to release to the Patreon page first, get some feedback, and then I'll take it back and I'll re-record it. So there's the first initial release. They'll hear it. They'll tell me what they think. I'll go through it, record it again, and then I'll release it publicly. But it's also taken 3 years, 2.5 years, 3 years to come up with even just one new song. So yeah, like I am doing it bits and pieces, but it's because that doesn't pay me making music doesn't pay my bills, which is unfortunate, but it's the truth. Writing lyrics does, it's a couple $100 here, a couple $100 there. but vaping, the YouTube channel, the live streams, that's what makes and it's also my favorite thing. Like doing live streams is like, it's my favorite.
You know, you're talking about live streams. Can I ask a little bit of a personal question?
Yes.
I've been watching you for a long time. We've been sat on a couple of lives together, and sometimes I find you over cockily. That's a bit of a Yorkshire thing. Is that just a persona that you put on that while you're on this actual stream? I think you'd be absolutely amazing on radio because you've got a face for it. I'm only joking, bro. But do you know this sort of like persona that you put across here? It can come across, especially to us over in the UK, that you're a little bit cocksure. Is that you really? Or...
No, I just got done explaining that. Thesishimself is the most brash part of my actual personality. So Nas, me as a person, take just me as a human being. I'm not like. In fact, I'm quite the opposite. Like I'm super. I dislike me more than my haters dislike me. Does that make sense? But the thesis,
total sense.
Yeah, someone's like, "You're a fucking faggot." I'm like, "You really am." You know what I mean? Shit like that. But at the same time, like I deal with depression on a regular basis, so like I have to force myself to be like, "Fuck this! You can't." I don't take no shit from anybody. And then I take all that energy and put it into and on the camera and on the microphone. Like it's my favorite thing in the whole wide world. Right. I am very aware I could come off as brash. I'm very aware that I can come off as a dick. Not if you message me, if someone who talks shit and I actually know who that is via third person. So if Aiden knows CJ, I don't know CJ, and CJ messages me and says you're a piece of shit, or if I hear that this dude thinks I'm a piece of shit, I'll add him my Instagram and I'll message him like, hey, like I don't know, if something got crisscrossed somewhere thereabouts, but just a heads up, I don't dislike you. I'm not a dick. Let's shake hands, kind of a deal.
I can speak to that though. I mean, I talk to you on a regular basis.
My man Jeremy, piping up.
What's going on
for you, brother? How are you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, brother.
Kick ass, man. This has been an absolutely. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say this has been an amazing show. Unfortunately, we have passed that 2-hour mark. We only usually do an hour, but go ahead and finish talking up there, you two.
I just want to say I talk to him on a regular basis, and the thesis you talk to on through IG on video chat, this one-on-one, it's not the same thesis you see on somebody else's live stream or on his live stream. It's not.
Right.
It's a lot more toned down, a lot more
down to earth.
Yeah,
he's more of a real guy.
You see there, Jeremy, you can see that as well. I say now I'm an absolute nobody, but you can see that with him. He's the sort of like mask that he puts on when he comes on. And I'll tell you what, bro, you can talk like nothing. When I've ever watched you, your mouth runs so fast like mine. Your brain's working over the top. You sound so good. I'll tell you what, radio is you all over, bro.
Podcast time. Podcast time thesis.
That's the dream. I appreciate that. Shit just made my day. I appreciate the hell of that. Thank you so much.
I do appreciate
honestly,
so
bro.
much.
Honestly, when I've sat down there and I've listened to you, and the way your brain's working before your mouth's coming in, and you're sitting down there and it's just spewing out, and the things you are very funny as well.
I appreciate
it. I really do think like you've got that American radio shows. I just think you'd hit it and you'd smash it.
I'm a huge fan of British comedy too, but it's different because it's weird that you think it's cockyish, because like to me British comedy is like the pinnacle of cockyish.
Towers.
Oh yeah.
Faulty Towers, kid.
It's also like, but if you watch like early Monty Python, for example, like even just acting in general in Britain, comedy is very self-deprecating. It's very tongue-in-cheek.
Monty Python's a total different thing. I think you're looking at more of a comedy sketch, and the way they come across is not quite how you come across when you come out here and you're doing your bits of comedy. Is like Robin Williams and that sort of stuff, which is my idol. I absolutely fucking love him. He's absolutely funny as out, but he can come across brash.
And I think Thesis uses himself as the comedy a lot too.
I try. I don't ever want to come off as someone who I'm not. Listen, and this isn't anything against the man or anybody like this. It's just someone that's common in the vape community. Is someone like Jay Hayes or someone like even like Rip Trippers. or someone like I'm just hard to like Fagin even. You could say where it's hard for them to take criticism. I would say like specifically Rip, where they don't seem necessarily open to, not just open to criticism, but they're not conversive with their audience. Rip in particular, excuse me, where I really try to do the opposite. Like I really try to do the opposite, and I try to learn from whatever. If I'm doing something that comes off dick, my wife will tell me like you're being a dick. I'm like, love me
You don't
too.
do, don't they?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You don't get that shit.
Oh my goodness. To everybody in chat, I put in the link for Thesis himself's SoundCloud channel. Definitely head on over there, give him a like, follow him, listen to some of his tracks, guys. I have been stuck on listening to his tracks for the past 3 days. So
Thank you, man. That means a lot.
oh man, I've been
Dude,
stuck
I'm gonna
listening
cross
to it.
that.
I'm telling you, I didn't
Hit him.
pick Solo for the intro song for no reason. Like that just clicked immediately. I'm like, wow,
Appreciate
I
it.
like this beat.
I've got some. I'm not a screamer, but I've got some not emo. What like screamo tracks
Okay.
that I enjoy hardcore or horror.
Screamo tracks. What are they?
It's not me in particular. Oh, scream like screaming and shit.
Oh, you not
I-
death metal.
Yeah.
I'm not
Well,
into death metal. I like death metal like
Used to be a
once in a
baby and
while.
had no teeth. That sort of shit. Is that what you're on about?
But I've had I rap on other screamo bands is tracks, and some of them have turned out really fucking cool. I'll just give them just raw vocals. I'm like, see what you can do with it, and throw it over to some some fucking crazy shit. What was it? Oh, that I'll send to Lethal, and if Lethal thinks they're fun, what do you listen to, Lethal? What's your favorite?
I listen to everything, bro. Like
Okay.
you know, like I said, I've been
That's
listening to
just
your
trying
tracks.
to get away with it. He's like, "What's your favorite?" He's like, "I'm not fucking listening to it, honestly."
No,
Just
no,
send
I
me the
listen-
link. I don't
like I
give a
said, I
fucking
listen
shit.
to-
I can't remember what everything you put.
I listened to your stuff for the past 3 days, but my main genre of music that I absolutely adore is metal.
That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm a big metal fan. Country, I can
CJ
listen to.
loves some like Lords of Acid.
Oh
I think-
yes,
fuck
Lords
yeah.
of Acid, Mindless Self-Indulgence.
See, that's CJ mostly.
Let's see,
Darling, come
Lamb of
here.
God, Otep, Opeth, Children of Bodom.
What's wrong with a bit of Otis Redding, BB King? Let's
Nothing's
go for
wrong.
the
I
proper
play
ones.
the blues, man.
I listen to blues and jazz all the time. I listen to everything all times of the day. Like I change my music like there's nobody's business. Yes, MSI is dope. Oh, Thesis went black. Well,
He's going to
his screen went black.
He's going to get some tracks.
He's
I
going to
thought,
get
or
some
he's gonna
tracks.
go and get
Okay.
a little, when I clean your windows,
Oh,
I bet
ukulele.
he's going. I bet he's going to get his guitar.
he's going to get his guitar. We're
I'm
gonna,
not.
we're going to do it.
We're gonna have to
a
play a
fucking
duet.
liar.
Did he get his guitar?
Yes, Lamb of God does have a new drummer. Did you get your guitar? Yes, you did.
I knew it.
Ah, this
Oh, that's what we
dude.
like. He's got the guitar out. Come on, bro.
Fuck you. I'm not doing that.
So no, I love me. The blues is like that's like my happy place. Is
Do
like
you know Solo, which is my brother? He's a reviewer as well. He plays all the blues. He builds the guitars. You know the cigar box station box cigars.
shut the front door.
Oh, I know
Seriously?
what those are.
Yeah.
Those are called. I forget what those are called. But
I was like, Jeremy's from Georgia. He's born playing
Banjos.
slide cigar
Slide
boxes.
guitar.
So we're gonna play a song so I can sing because obviously I was singing for 20 odd years. Are we gonna a little bit of what about Stand By Me?
Nope.
You know how to do it?
I no. I don't even know how to play guitar, bro.
Oh, pretty good.
I appreciate it, but like
You
I'm
sat down
being
there with your finger stuck in some sort of like you know, things you get from the till.
yeah.
Bam, bam, bam. That's it. You got it from the till.
Yeah. No, I literally just make noises. Like
Mate, that was really good though.
Yeah, you
appreciate
do.
it. Let's see. Sweet Home Minnesota. Some of you guys know this. Side tune.
He's gonna have one. That's out of key.
Yeah, it's out of tune right now. Like hardcore. I haven't played it in like.
Right, let me just get me tambourine.
You guys are phenomenal. I love you guys. We're gonna have to do this again very, very, very
DJ,
soon.
go and get your triangle.
I'll get my spoons. I'll get my spoons.
Yeah, seriously.
Jeremy, that's
just
perfect.
completely under it. I thought you were going to get a kazoo.
My kazoo. You got a harmonica going. I'll play the cowbell, says Chris Vapes. Need more cowbell.
Chris Benoit's a gangster. Hey, you guys, let's end the stream because I gotta go pee and take a poop.
Yes, I was just about to get there. Guys, thank you so much.
And you guys,
in chat.
CJ,
Aiden.
No, I know you're Aiden. I'm trying to think of a smart ass name for Yorkshire, but I can't. It's already Yorkshire. So, Isle of Cocaine and Yorkshire.
Oh, Texas Mama just joined us. Hope, how are you?
When you join the militia in circa 7 minutes.
There, brother. I'm not circumcised. I've got a full.
Well, how come I don't ever see you in the films?
Dude, I've got a full penis.
Well, I never see.
The last thing I need to be is circumcised.
You're not
It's small enough
circumcised?
as it is. It looks like a thimble in a clown's hat.
CJ, did you know that he was a part of the militia and you're not? Don't you feel left out?
I do.
All right. So is
CJ's
Jeremy.
always been left out. His
So is
mother didn't
Lethal.
even like him.
He might pull out, but he's not left out.
He should have
Do
been
I,
pulled out when he
though?
came out.
Do
He should
I?
have been a spaceman.
And then within minutes, I'm starting the Zoom room in exactly 19 minutes.
Yeah, he is.
I do want to
So,
say something real quick though.
What up?
Thank you for having me on, Lethal.
thank you
And I
for
hope
coming
you all-
on,
yeah.
Jeremy. I wish we had more time with you, buddy.
It's all good. I hope to do y'all proud when I eventually start putting content up.
You said
Absolutely,
that,
brother.
You will. What's your YouTube channel? Have you already made it
It's just a flavor vapor right now.
on the YouTubes?
Yes,
The
I'm going
Flavor
there right now.
Viper. Okay.
flavor vapor. Yep.
Hello.
I'm going there right now. The flavor.
No, get
Vapor.
stop the line. I got to poop before.
Yes,
I
you
start the Zoom
go.
room.
Guys, thank you so very, very much. Thesis, thank you for being on here with us, bro. It's been a pleasure. This has
God
been
bless
one
you,
of the
sir.
greatest shows I think I've had in a while. So, thank you to Aiden and Jeremy for coming on as well. CJ, another great show, as always. Guys in chat, you guys make the show what it absolutely is, and you guys mean the world to me. And I appreciate each and everything that you guys do to support and show encouragement for the channel every single day. Guys, are there any goodbyes you guys want to say?
Hello.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. It's been lovely to be on with Thesis as well. CJ, you're a star. Thank you very much to meet you, Jeremy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We'll see
You
you
too.
again.
Awesome, awesome.
I gotta poop.
CJ?
He's going.
Yeah, we gotta do this because he's got a turtle head.
Yeah. Just quickly. Thesis, thank you very much for coming on. Really nice to meet you.
Thank you for having me on. I'm honored, man.
Aiden, pleasure as always, my man. Jeremy, very nice to meet you. Lethal,
Nice
as
to meet you.
always, great pleasure as well. Chat, see you all later. Thank you very much for joining us. And that's it. See you next time.
Beautiful. Big love to all the Spanners. Thank you guys for doing such a fantastic job in chat tonight. And
The Spanners?
Spanners.
What
Wrenches.
the fuck? Think this is the UK? They're called wrenches. This is murder.
Wrenches.
Marco.
I'm a little behind on that one. Yes. There are some habits I need to get out of. But anyways, thank you to
Were you
all of the
UK-ish
wrenches.
before?
Huh?
Were you UK-ish before?
Yeah, I started in the UK.
What?
I'm serious. My entire YouTube channel started over in the UK.
How? Can you do that on purpose?
Americans didn't like him.
American didn't like me.
He didn't know. America didn't like him. He didn't have he didn't have a white picket fence or no house or anything.
We live basically together.
Mate, I'll tell you now, he sat down
Oh,
there
you
like
can't
he
tell
thought
the
he were going to be
secrets.
totally like meet the bride, and it wasn't. It was more like parenthood.
Turns out it's like Princess Diaries.
Anywho's, guys, thank you so very, very much. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. You guys can catch me tomorrow morning for the Game Vape Lounge Live. The Game Lounge Live, that's the one. I've taken vape out of the names of all my live streams because, yeah, YouTube's. So, guys, you can catch me tomorrow morning there. You guys are absolute legends. And Oh, there he goes. He has to poop.
It's gone. Yeah.
He has to poop.
Jeez, poo.
Big love to everybody. Thank you guys so very, very much. It is Wednesday, so we've only got 2 more days before the weekend, so
It's
there's
Thursday.
not much that should have you down. But in case something does have you down and in the dumps, guys, please do remember each and every day that you are the master of your own destiny. You're the only one in this world that can pick and choose how positive or negative your days will ever be. So remember to keep the positivity high, keep the smile on your face, and let that negative brush off your shoulders. I love y'all. Thank you so very, very much. From me, Lethal Coils, and the crew here, I wish you all the best of nights and have a very, very safe one. Later, guys. Where's my outro?
Sorry, son, I was absolutely drolled.